Hello. In the previous session of Digital Signal Processing lecture series, we have started the unit Structure for Discrete Time Systems. We have seen that there are basically two types of filters, FIR filters and IIR filters. And for FIR system and IIR system, we have different structures to design that filters. We have seen the different types of IIR filters. Now in this session, we are going to see the examples on structures of IIR systems. So let's see different types of structures and different types of IIR structures using the examples. So first of all, let us consider the data in which it is given to you that obtain the direct form 1 and 2 realization of a system which is described by the differential equation which is given as y of n minus 3 by 4 y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 8 y of n minus 2, that is equals to x of n plus 1 by 2 x of n minus 1. So this is the equation given to you based on which you need to draw the structure. Here it is asked to you to draw the direct form 1 and 2 structure. So let us first of all obtain this equation in the Z transform form. So to do that, we have to find out the Z transform from this differential equation. So let us consider the Z transform for this equation. So taking Z transform of the differential equation, we can get over here y of z minus 3 by 4. Here it is delay element is there. So as we have seen in the Z transform chapter, this gives the z raised to minus k power, where over here is 1. So z raised to minus 1 y of z plus 1 by 8 z raised to minus 2 y of z, that is equals to x of z plus 1 by 2 z raised to minus 1 x of z. Okay. Now we need to obtain the transfer function to draw the direct form 1 and 2 structures. That means we need to obtain h of z. Now h of z is what? That is your system transfer function h of z. It is given as y of z divided by x of z. So we need to obtain the equation in this form. So to get that, we will take in this equation y of z common. So we will have y of z in the bracket 1 minus 3 by 4 z inverse plus 1 by 8 z raised to minus 2. Same way in the right hand side part, if we take x of z common, we will have in the bracket 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse. Now to get the h of z, we will do y of z by x of z. So as this x of z goes on the denominator side, we will have 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse divided by 1 minus 3 by 4 z inverse plus 1 by 8 z raised to minus 2. So this is the system transfer function which we have got from the given differential equation. Now using this system transfer function, we will realize direct form 1 and direct form 2 structure. Now as we have seen in the previous session, to obtain the direct form 1 realization, we will take the numerator part, that means all zero system as h1 of z, and denominator part, that means all pole system as h2 of z, and by multiplying this 2, we will get the final transfer function h of z direct form 1 realization. Same way on the another side, to obtain the direct form 2 realization, we will take denominator part as h1 of z, that means all pole system, and numerator as h2 of z. So let's see how to draw that. So here direct form 1 structure is indicated to you. As you can see, we have taken h1 of z, the numerator part, which we have got 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse. To draw this, I have taken the delay element z inverse. Here I have taken adder. So as you can see here, the value is 1 and here the value is 1 by 2. That means here if we write down the values, so this will give the value 1 and here it will be 1 by 2. So if we take the output side, this will give what? 1 plus this 1 by 2 z inverse. This is what our h1 of z is. This is how you can draw this. And denominator part, which is 1 upon 1 minus 3 by 4 z inverse plus 1 by z raised to minus 2. To draw this, we have taken the adder blocks. Here it is 1. But as this is in the denominator part, we have to draw this value on the left hand side. That means for numerator part, we have to draw the arrows from left to right, and from denominator we have to indicate the arrows from right to left. Because it is in the denominator part, if we simplify it, it goes on the right hand side, which gives the value like this. Also, when the denominator part we are taking, we have to change the sign for these values. That means as you can see over here, minus 3 by 4 is there, you have to take here plus 3 by 4. Same way here plus 1 by 8 is there, you have to take minus 1 by 8. Okay, so like this we have obtained the h2 of z, and if we want to plot the direct form one structure combinedly, we have to place h1 of z and h2 of z like this. Here h1 of z is 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse. As you can see, this is 1 plus 1 by 2 z inverse, and this is h2 of z, which indicates 1 minus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 8 z raised to minus 2. So this is how the direct form one structure looks like. You can directly draw this structure. It is not required that you always draw h1 of z separately, h2 of z separately and then combine this. You can directly draw this type of structure. Here we have taken h1 of z and h2 of z in multiplication form to get input x of n and output y of n. In between the multiplication term, the output of h1 of z, we have used the notation w of n, and as is inside the z domain, we have taken at w of z. Now let us see direct form 2 structure. So in direct form 2 realization, as you can see over here, we have taken h1 of z, the denominator part. That means this is the denominator part, and h2 of z as the numerator part. So like this we have indicated h1 of z and h2 of z. Now what is the biggest advantage in direct form 2 realization is that you can take the common delay elements. As you can see here, z inverse is there, here also z inverse is there. So you can take the common delay elements so that the number of delay blocks can be reduced. So taking the delay common, I can obtain the structure like this. So here as you can see, the delay elements z inverse are taken as common, otherwise the structure remains the same. So that is the biggest difference between direct form 1 and direct form 2 structure. That means in direct form 1 structure, you cannot take the delay elements common because in between you have the adder block. But here you can take the delay elements common so that the number of delay elements required in the system can be reduced to a greater extent. As the order of differential equation increases, the number of delay elements required are more. But using this structure, the delay elements can be reduced as compared to direct form 1 structure. Now let us consider one more example. Here the data given to you is an LTI system which has a system function which is given as h of z, that is equals to 1 plus 2z inverse minus 3z raised to minus 2 divided by 1 minus 0.75 z inverse plus 0.5 z raised to minus 3. You are asked to write a difference equation for this system and also to draw the block diagram. So first of all, let us find the difference equation from this. So this example is the another variant of IIR system. In the previous example which we have seen, the data was given in terms of difference equation, that means in terms of y of n and x of n, using which we have obtained the z transform to represent in the form of z inverse or delay block in the z transform function. Now in this example you are given the equation in form of z and you have to obtain the differential equation from that. So to do this we have to obtain the inverse z transform. So first step we are going to do is to take the inverse z transform for this. So if we take the solution of the first one, you have to take the inverse z transform. So taking inverse z transform of the given equation, we can say that h of z over here, which is given as y of z by x of z, which is 1 plus 2z inverse minus 3z raised to minus 2 divided by 1 minus 0.75 z inverse plus 0.5 z raised to minus 3. If I cross multiply this, I will get y of z minus 0.75 z inverse into y of z plus 0.5 z raised to minus 3 into y of z, that is equals to x of z plus 2z inverse x of z minus 3z raised to minus 2 x of z. So using the inverse z transform concept, I will write down over here y of n minus 0.75, as this indicates the delay element, so it will become y of n minus 1 plus 0.5 y of n minus 3, that is equals to x of n plus 2 x of n minus 1 minus 3 into x of n minus 2. Okay, this power is 2, that's why here we have taken minus 2 because these are the delay elements. So this is the differential equation which is asked to us. Y of n minus 0.5, 0.75 y of n minus 1 plus 0.5 y of n minus 3, that is equals to x of n plus 2x of n minus 1 minus 3x of n minus 2. Now the second part is to draw the block diagram. So let us see the block diagram. So as you can see over here, it is not mentioned to draw direct form 1 only or direct form 2 only. It is not specified, so you can use any of the structure. But here I have used direct form 1 structure. So here in the first part it indicates the h1 of z. That means this part is h1 of z and this is h2 of z. Here this gives the equation 1 plus 2z inverse, and here it will get minus 3z raised to minus 2 because 2 delay elements are there. This gives our numerator part, and this is the denominator part having the equation values having the maximum power value z raised to minus 3. So this is the block diagram for the given system function. So this is how you can plot the direct form 1 and direct form 2 structure. If the example data is given to in the form of n, you need to convert it into z form by taking the z transform. If it is asked to you to find the difference equation from the z transform, you will take the inverse z transform, and accordingly direct form 1 or direct form 2 relation structure is to be drawn. Let's see one more example. Here it is asked to you to obtain the direct form 1 and 2 realization of a system which is described by y of n minus (1 by 6) y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 3 y of n minus 2, that is equals to x of n plus 2x of n minus 2. So as you can see over here, the system function is given in the form of n. So you need to take the z transform. So taking z transform, what we will have? We will have y of z minus 1 by 6 z raised to minus 1 y of z plus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 2 y of z, that is equals to x of z plus z raised to minus 2 into 2 x of z. Now the system transfer function is given as what? Y of z by x of z. So here we will take y of z as common, which will give 1 minus 1 by 6 z inverse plus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 2, that is equals to x of z into 1 plus 2 z raised to minus 2. So h of z, that is equals to y of z by x of z, that means 1 plus 2z raised to minus 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 6 z inverse plus 1 by 3 z raised to minus 2. Now, if you want to plot the direct form 1 realization, we will take numerator as h1 of z and denominator as h2 of z. So let's see how we can plot the direct form 1 structure. So here, as you can see, the direct form 1 structure is shown where the first part indicates the h1 of z, that is numerator part, and the second part indicates the h2 of z. Here you will get 1 plus 2z raised to minus 2, that means numerator part, and here you will get 1 minus 1 by 6 z inverse plus 1 by 6 z raised to minus 2, which is denominator part. Same way, by reversing this, that means this h2 of z is to be taken as h1 of z and this h1 of z is to be taken as h2 of z for direct form 2 realization. So this is a direct form 2 structure in which delay element is taken as common. So as you can see in this structure, that means in direct form 1 structure, we had 4 delay elements. But same structure, when you use direct form 2 structure, you have only 2 delay elements. So as you can see, the number of delay blocks are reduced to half by using direct form 2 structure, which is the biggest advantage of direct form 2 structure. So I hope that direct form 1 and 2 realization is clear to you now. In the next session, we will see another 2 variants of IIR filter structures, that are cascaded form structure and parallel form structure. These are the references. Thank you for listening.